Well, we have our map veto here. So first of all, our 2 auto-banned maps for the series, Consulate and Bank auto-play. Postline removed, not surprising. Cafe Dostoevsky, kind of Clubhouse. Please
so Villa and Bank?
Yeah, we won't
or
have,
Border.
Yeah,
no, Border, Bank was auto-banned, sorry.
Villa.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's, you know, it's not Bank.
It's a good map.
I mean, it's okay. For some people, it's a good map. Some people really like this map. I know a lot of teams, a lot of players are really into it. It's more of one of the tolerated maps within Pro League for the majority, I suppose. So it's not terrible. It's not amazing, but it is a map that I think people are practiced on. They're comfortable on, and that's why we're going to it right now. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you think about this match? Who's going to win?
Close. I like it. I think it's our closest so far this week.
It is.
40-44 with 16% draw. Draw is definitely a possibility in this.
Yeah, that's that's a lot closer than I honestly thought it would be.
Honestly, I really think that the operator bans are going to play so much into this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on a map like Villa, the operator bans are going to play into this pretty heavily because Villa is a hard destruction heavy map.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But it also has a lot of other, there's a lot of other tools that you can get rid of. Sometimes completely change the strategy. We'll have to find out when we get to that op ban.
I wouldn't be too surprised if for attack we saw like a Jackal ban plus a Habana ban.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of people ban Thermite as well.
Yeah.
On Villa, Thermite gets banned a lot. Maverick, not as much, but he has been banned on Villa a couple times before. You're probably going to see one hard destructor ban. If we see all hard destructors available, it'd be a little bit weird.
Yes.
It wouldn't be the craziest thing. You could totally play Villa with all hard destructors, but it'd just be different than what I would personally expect. Definitely a Mira ban. She sees some play on this map when she's, well, is she ever not banned on Villa?
In recent memory?
Don't remember. I can't remember her being played on Villa, but we'll load in. We'll get to that operator ban.
Echo to be banned as well.
Yeah, Echo and Mira, but those are standard for everything, right? So
when it comes to LATAM, definitely. In EU, it would be like a Maestro and a Mira.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, probably a Maestro, yeah.
Maestro isn't really banned for LATAM. They like playing him quite a bit more. IQ.
Whoa. So that's right out the gate. We got a curveball. Now that's going to mean that Team Blue, which is Team 1, they need to ban Echo now.
You 100% have
They need to ban Echo. And Valkyrie is going to be played every round because of that. Yeah, so
that's pretty cool.
Valkyrie is going to be so powerful now that IQ is gone. This is probably going to be a hard destructor, but it's, oh wow. So they're taking a sidestep from the hard destruction. Instead of banning a hard destructor, you're going to make hard destruction itself harder. That though, on a map like a Villa, just means Maverick's going to play it every round.
Yeah, you're going to play 3. You can play 3 hard breachers.
Oh, wow.
100%.
There it is.
You have to ban
the
the Echo.
They had to ban the Echo because the IQ was banned by INTZ, which means that INTZ is going to ban Mira in all likelihood. Although, hey, maybe another crazy curveball. They banned Maestro. Another crazy curveball. It's happening, guys.
Echo Maestro.
This is an actually interesting ban phase. I didn't think it was possible.
Wow.
So, Mira in play. Valkyrie is super powerful now. Just everything different about this ban phase. This is fantastic. The way that Villa is going to play out now is going to be so very different. We're going to see Maverick almost every round. Probably. If we don't, I would be shocked. Maverick? 6 picking the Maverick? Are they not going to bring a Maverick?
Are you're going to be given this and yet still decide to only bring 1 hard breacher?
Twitch. So their solution to any potential hard destruction denial will be a Twitch. To be fair, there's no Bandit, there's no Kaid, but across the board this is weird.
Yes.
The operator, so the operator bans suggest that there will be a Maverick being played and a Bandit or a Kaid being played. The mute is brought. That's some hard destruction denial, but it's not an abundance. And there's only 1 hard destructor of the 3 available being brought on a map like Villa. This is just so weird.
On top of that, you're running the Mira, sure, but it really depends on where you place your windows because that buck can destroy everything from below.
Yeah.
You need to roam downstairs and protect your Mira windows from below to have it function. And any position otherwise, like piano, Mira, from piano, you can snipe Mira windows so easily. So you might think it's safe that you're playing it in aviation, but it's not. So unless you're playing downstairs, it's not great. This is why I don't agree with the Twitch bait. Sure, Twitch, great gun, everything, great operator.
Just bring Maverick.
When it comes to dealing with the Mira, it's not really what
or
you
a
need on
Hibana.
Villa. Yeah, you just bring a hard breacher, leave the Buck to do that work, and support him in doing it. This is why you need to support any of your teammates that are covering downstairs, and then from then on, the site take is going to be super easy. You have to watch out for the Mozzie as well. Villa just has some very tight corners, quite a few, especially on that top floor. So the Mozzie is going to be super powerful. This seems like a bit of a ranked style of Mira window, I guess, and I'm very much questioning it.
Yeah, we've seen that Mira window a lot. Whenever Mira gets brought, it's usually there, but I gotta be honest, as soon as you lose it, you will struggle in the round. The one cool thing about bringing a Twitch is that the Mira windows are easier to destroy. So, yeah, Twitch drones, huge, huge benefit in that regard. But again, the lack of hard destruction is kind of questionable. Let's try to clear out the master side, where there is a roam set up here from INTZ. And so far, it's been half the round trying to clear out Master and Astro, and Statuary and Trophy and all that.
Always take Meister. It's a great position to kind of
definitely
start your assault. No, fire in, and it is Rise will be lost. No matter how much you're gonna call, you need to answer back, and now it does all those needed. Dud just kind of places his spiderlings everywhere, and then runs away, finds a kill. Now with a man down, Team 1 have to organize themselves to come around from the back. And unfortunately, there's so many bits of utility that can be placed against them. Nitro cells, Valkyrie cameras, Igloo mines, as you can see, 2 hitting into it as Drunks falls, and shotgun to the face playing from below, watching 90.
That was a really nice setup there. 2 Legion traps on a hole that was pre-made by Drunks, allowing him to shotgun the people who hit the Legion traps above him. I really like the way that INTZ set that up. It was a nice bait. Now Team 1 find themselves down 2 men, and with only 30 seconds to spare, so that's not a lot to work with. Air jab going off by the red stairs, and that's going to alert the attackers to a flank from below, but that might not really matter, as that flanker just going to fall back and come to sight in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to flank around. Flank the flankers. So Drunks has control of things. It might not be a Claymore to hide. Nitro Cell being thrown out. It will be detonated. VNX will find one. Diffuser's already on the floor. Skadinia might get Boar, but Luke is already low on HP, and there's the drop you're looking for. Boar comes around, as well as Drunks. And they take things into hand. INTZ, man, that was a very clear hold of round 1.
Yeah, it's pretty one-sided, not gonna lie. And a lot of it came down to how they decided to hold on to the hallway. I like that setup with the Legion traps and the mute down below. And then he's got a C4 if he thinks there's someone else. So he can enact more change if he should choose to. Either that or he used the C4 to make the hole initially. There was kind of an explosive residue look on that hole, but not sure. Could have been done with the shotgun also. Instead of a Twitch, it'll be a Jackal this time, and they're bringing Hibana instead of a Thermite, but it'll be a totally different site, so the operators you choose to bring are probably going to be different in that case too. It's good that it's a 6-pick off of the Twitch into the Jackal because it's a 6-pick off of the Mira as well. So, you know, that was a good read there from Team 1. Will it be enough for the win is the question. Don't forget to get INTZ's kit. That's displayed in the bottom right corner. Of course, does help them out. It looks nice. White trim on Thermite. Funnily enough, haven't been seeing a lot of Thermite play in this match yet. But of course, INTZ are on defense right now, so there's time yet. We saw that one Thermite in the first round, but it didn't really work out so great. Now, on this site, with a Kaid in play and a Thatcher banned, wow, that's going to work against Team 1. They were the ones who banned Thatcher.
You'd love to have him here, but
it kind of seems like INTZ kind of dominated that ban phase.
I mean, yeah, for the defense, it just works so well for them. Team 1 were planning to use it later, I guess, but you still have to think of the fact that, hey, we're actually starting an attack, and we might need that operator. If you're going to gimp the attack, make sure you gimp it as much as possible, right? But still.
Let's see, it's a little bit of a back and forth, too, because they got the Maestro band, right? And with Thatcher off, that's... I mean, he's definitely very good. Of course, the Zofia, the Ashe, the Twitch, but... and all the nades. But still... I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst band phase for the defense, for the attack. It was the Echo and the Maestro together as well, so...
Well, Lukid will find one set of footprints. I'll see the defender running away. That was Duds playing the Mozzie. Not sure if he captured any drones at this point. Come around the angle here into the dirt walking closet, I guess.
By bike. There's a bike in there.
There's a bike in there, but there's also the bike, like...
Is there really another place called Bike?
Yeah, it's right next to the, the art gallery. There's that small room. It's the bike room.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See? That's the mud room, apparently.
The map calls it mud room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's really weird.
All I know is that the long hallway, we always, everyone I know calls that Bike. But if there's two, then that's confusing.
Yes.
Now, it is Villa. There are a lot of weird calls on this one. And with some early damage being dealt out to the Jackal, slight advantage here to INTZ. They also have the time working in their favor. As you can see, only a minute left. The Buck from below trying to deny the Kai tricking. He's not going to be successful because it's Kai. Drugs will get the first kill there onto Falls. So INTZ are looking really strong right now.
Ooh, beautiful play there with the Octa Claws. That's
indeed.
At least one set of Skyros that have been destroyed. I'm not sure if there were more. A call will come in from the Dokebi. Lukid solo on HP. There's nobody really to help him out in this one. Nitro Cell is still in the back pocket of VNX to use later on. With the Shoddy, you can clear players out pretty darn easily. Of course, INTZ still have their own in-game gear, so he's running that. And there's the shot. Boar and Intact will find a kill each. Boar for another one. Duct has taken down Intact. Won't really matter much. Lukid is the last man alive. He'll find one on Duds. Won't be enough. That was the Mozzie rotating down from the bottom floor, and there was a bit of support from the Nomad previously, as you heard the trap pop, but VNX will find the kill, and that's the round done. INTZ secure things very well. Time in their favor, utility, manpower, everything. INTZ well prepared for their defense. Things might change, though, once they get to the attack in a few rounds.
Well, so far, it's just been ints, and Team 1 slow attacks. They always lose somebody before they can actually get to the site take, and, well, they struggle. They certainly struggle. So, yeah. They also haven't been able to get anything open that they want. Team 1 have thus far failed entirely to open, whether it be a wall, a Mira window, just about anything that they want to open. They just can't make that happen. So Team 1 are going to have to improve upon that moving forward if they want to win. They have tried every single hard destructor so far,
Attackers need to locate and
but they've never tried bringing 2 in one round. So weird.
Sledge and Buck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you let go of both the Habana and the Thermite.
For Maverick. So Maverick is like kind of more like a substitute to a Thatcher usually.
Yeah,
he's a slower Thatcher.
Fair way of putting it.
He's a slower Thatcher, right? You can force a wall to get opened up. He can also substitute for Habana. You know, if you want to open up those drop downs on some maps, right?
Or more specific holes that you need to open up.
Like, I'm not saying his utility is the same as either of them. I'm saying for like what you're gonna use them for. He can substitute, right? Yeah, the end result is he can substitute for a lot of different operations. He can substitute for Thermite too. Again, he kind of same thing. He works all over the place, right? Which is why when a Thatcher is banned, you bring a Maverick and whatever other hard destructor you want to bring, or it'd be a Thermite or Habana. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, the situation calls for. That's not happening here with Team 1. They have brought every hard destructor they refuse to bring one hard destructor and a Maverick for some reason. Remember that one time when we had the IQ not being played, when it was Echo destroying the team every single round?
Yeah.
I don't remember when it was. It was a long time ago. We kept saying, bring an IQ.
Yeah, oh my god.
Bring an IQ.
We went crazy.
Please bring an IQ, yeah. Well, it's kind of the same situation here with Team 1. They have all hard destructors available, and they're bringing one, never 2. but they need it. It's Villa.
We talked about it. It's like if we don't see at least one hard breacher banned, then something would be really, really weird. And yeah, it would be.
It's proving to be weird.
Yeah, but here's 2 kills from Drunks. Okay, the UMP is working well when you're hitting heads. Unfortunately, not the third, as Skadinia will come around, save himself for a moment, at least from Nitro Cell, but it'll be dropped right behind the kitchen. And there's Dust to finish him off. Falls, a beautiful headshot on the board when he enters the site. Goes off of the scouting key for a moment as he needs support from Reduct. And I'll just slow things down to take care of a camera and wait until the drone detects the Mira in the back. Detect is very low on HP, and here we go. He's going to get dropped to the floor and confirmed by Reduct. Unsure where the last 2 players are, and there we go. He'll be able to confirm one of them. Balls gets 1, and whoa, Reduct for the last. Man, Team 1 just pull out beautiful bits of teamwork using their drones and just directional sound.
Who needs hard destruction when you can beat everybody in their gunfights?
This is like LATAM in a nutshell.
It was a nice comeback there. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's LATAM in a nutshell, because they are actually also, remember, they're the region with the highest percentage of influence on Thermite and Hibana.
Yeah, they pick him the most.
They got both of them in the top 2. But for this match in particular, just not happening. Bringing Maverick again. Yeah, it's just weird. The Team 1 being weird. I don't know why they're being weird, and it's making me uncomfortable, and I wish they would stop. But now, they did win that last round. They won it off the backs of just running in and killing people. So that's pretty much the gist of it. They managed to win their gunfights. INTZ, a little bit of a struggle there where they were trying to collapse on the take into kitchen. They ended up getting punished because, well, Team 1 were ready for them. They were waiting for those flanks, got those flanks, clipped off, then simple push into the site, win your gunfights, done. No refrag potential coming out from INTZ in that last round. No refrags at all. And we'll be having a defense of Aviator games up next. This has been a good site for INTZ in the past. Team 1 didn't even get past the roamers, actually, last time we were here. Oh, they did, actually. Eventually they got to the site. But nothing really happened. Nothing really came of it. There's a rush in through the west hallway for some reason. And they all died on the doorway.
Yeah.
After they lost a few people to roamers. Round was pretty much over at that point.
Mm-hmm. So let's hope that doesn't repeat itself. And the entire problem was, hey, nobody cleared the bottom floor. There was only Rise on his own that was just kind of, hey, I'm going to try to do something, and then he just gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
So they spent so much time in the bedroom. That's fine, I guess. You have to have some sort of control with it, but that shouldn't be your focus the entire round, especially when you know there's a Mira in play, you have the Buck, you have all the counters for it. Go play from below. There's always going to be someone playing the staircase, and it's a very much usually the Legion, sometimes the Mute. Both operators work very well for that spot, but the Legion will rotate in and out of it. So it's very predictable, this sort of defense, but it works. There's a reason why it's so predictable.
So far, INTZ, decent delay action. The charm is so bright.
It is. All the new charms are so bright.
We've got to turn down the shader setting or something like that. Maybe to make it be less apparent, but really does send a message.
Buy it.
Don't forget to buy it, yeah. Support the team.
I think that's exactly the way you kind of do it, right?
It's shining. It's like, don't forget about me. You got to buy me. Now, half the round now from Team 1 used up. Got one of the mirror windows. This is what you were talking about at the beginning of the match. Is that if, yeah, okay, you can bring the Mira so that she's not banned, but is she going to help you, though? Now that that mirror window's open, it is super hard to hold onto the site. It opens up the angles now for the attackers. Interesting setup here from INTZ. They're all over the hallway. This is how they decided to play off-site now that the mirror window is open.
Man, that's great reverse repel. That's definitely not an angle you're going to be hitting anytime soon. Reduct's going to move in, and he spots one in the back. That's the head. Drunks is taken away. Gumine will pop in the back. He'll do a bit of more damage, but Reduct finds one. Dodges the C4, goes for another. Reduct is collecting kills, and that's 3. VNX takes down 1 on Rise. The last 2 from INTZ are playing the back of the hallway. Oh, pulls away at the wrong moment here, Reduct, but Everything's pretty open. Oh, the head found by VNX of the MPX. That's the headshot machine you're looking for. Grenade being thrown as it'll do a bit of damage to VNX, and that's a perfect play with a Nomad. Unfortunately, nobody's turning around from Team 1. Oh, there we go. There's one, but he peeks it and tries to fire against it. No, stay back. Play your advantage. Diffuser's going to be set, and now Team 1 have the defensive position to their advantage. Luke, no, he goes up. He gets shot in the face by Duds. It's 2v2 if this location is found, but Team 1 don't know if the two players are going to be pushing together at the same time. And INTZ will try to split for this one. They fire, but falls, winning the gunfight in the gun vault. And unfortunate for INTZ that they did not push at the same time. That's the second kill they needed. Skadinia gets Duds. Team 1 collect the round. Well done. It's all off of destroying that Mira window. And what was the reaction from INTZ? Let's fall back and play the top island all together.
Yeah, they got picked off one after another. See, that, by the way, is why you don't play Mira on that site, or if you do, you put the Mira windows to assist your roam instead of as these stationary anchor positions. Because, yeah, okay, it's easier to hold study when you do that, but there's no Thatcher, so you don't need to hold study. You just bring a bandit or a Kaid. And then suddenly, hey, they heard me. They're bringing a Kaid instead of a Mira.
Okay, but there's a sledge on the other side.
It's a trophy, though, so it's different site. Yeah, go to Aviary Games. Bring a Kaid. They're going to buck from below, but they'll still have trouble opening the wall. I don't really know. I mean, it's not that complicated. You don't need a Mira, man. The Mira helps you what? It helps you hold study. Maybe get a kill off a study. Do you need to do that? No, you don't. No Thatcher. Just bandit trick, Kai, you trick the wall. Done.
And I know what a lot of people will do is that they look, oh, Mira's banned all the time. There must be a reason why. And yes, there is, but actually she's not...
Well, no, she's good. She's polarizing.
Yeah, but she's not the be-all, end-all of every defense.
Right. She defines the defense, right? Like, if she's there, she defines that defense. If she's not, her absence defines that defense. She is a polarizing operator. Whether she's good or not is beside the point. She just changes the game.
And the thing on Villa is that it's very easy to counter those Mira windows. All you need to do is bring exactly what's here, any sort of shotgun from the attackers.
I mean, you said it before the map even started. Before even loading in, you're like, they're just going to shotgun it from below.
It's 101. I mean, it's there and it works very well. As you saw it, it was all that was really required for Team 1 to enter unhindered.
Yeah.
So,
good on Team 1, by the way.
Yeah, that's
good job for them.
Plotting it. That's what's supposed to happen. Good.
Well, here we go. Trophy wall now, or statuary wall, actually. Trophy's the other room on the other end of the little balcony or skylight kind of thing. And that's going to be the goal for the Habana to open up, because that's what Team 1 have decided to bring this time. Never two hard destructors. Not allowed. It's against the rules to bring two hard destructors if you're Team 1. Only them. Everybody else can, just not them.
We're playing with house rules today.
Mm-hmm. It's not actually happening, but... yeah.
You gotta try to find an explanation, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is like, you only need to open up a small hole here with Habana, and it sounds like they've been successful. We did just hear an explosive. Could have been one of the 4 nades that are in play. Yeah, no, it was one of the nades. Because he's trying to open the wall now. Here's the thing, that wall...
They're all gonna get zapped! Is there a Maestro?
You get saved.
Is there,
no, he's banned. He's banned. But
yeah, I'm like, why?
He was the Electroclaw it got him eventually.
Because he put it on one side and they put it on the other, and then it was done. So now you have no utility left, no hard breach left. You would have loved to have a second one, right?
Maverick maybe would be helpful there. First kill there for the Jaeger of Drunks, but Skadinia gets the refrag as Drunks attempts to rotate back into Astro using the staircase. That's a good cutoff there from Skadinia. The ADS working against him. Air jab caught, and he almost lost his life there too. He will lose his life. He attempts to air jab behind the shield, but it's a refrag from Lukic, so there we go. At least there's the refrag.
The air jab actually works there. Oh, what a shot on the Habana. Well done by VNX, playing at the top of the island. Will rotate back down into back into Trophy. Lukic is in, so he has control of astronomy and is peeking around. Finds some damage, but
It's
one
winnable.
shot. Yeah, it's winnable, but it's in 3v1. He's low HP. Guts comes around, finds the kill. He when it comes to playing COD, if he taps you once and then just runs away, stays alive, it's just so easy to kill you with anything else.
Yeah, certainly.
You're down to like 30 HP. You're not going to
Doing like around 70 damage, something like that, depending on the distance. So it's just, yeah, it is a really powerful weapon if used correctly, and it was used correctly there. Though, to be fair, if he had landed both of those shots, it would have been a 1v1. Because he had a heads-up fight against both the Mozzie and the Kaid. If he had landed headshots there, 1v1. Anyway, we're going to be going to Aviator Games. So that's the last site here for this first half. So far, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, back and forth for sure. I have to say, I feel like if T1 could get the walls open like they want to, we might see different results. And you know what? I'm real proud of Vince. I'm real proud. You know why?
Why?
They didn't bring a Mira.
Good.
Yeah. Instead, they decided to bring a Kaid. And you know what that means? That means with no Thatcher in play, they will be able to, wait for it, stop the study walls from getting opened up.
You just reinforce the walls. You have 2 rotation holes in the wall between A and B, and then you just have the Kaid waiting around to chuck one of his electro claws. And
yeah.
That's it.
And then you can also impact trick if all else fails. So, and that is only possible because T1 have decided not to bring a Maverick. Or maybe like a Maverick, or sorry, like a Habana and a Thermite. That could work too. Maybe just
any 2
ones.
just breachers together. This is one of the maps where you can run all 3 at the same time.
And the reason why that you need to is because Thatcher's banned. You have to. You're like, otherwise you're not going to get anything open. And they haven't gotten anything open except for the Mira windows when INTZ brought Mira. They're not bringing Mira anymore. They're not making that mistake.
I know we sound like broken records.
But that's like what's been defining this whole match.
Exactly.
Like that last round. Well, why did Team 1 lose that last round? Because they couldn't open the wall.
And why couldn't they open the wall?
Because they only brought 1 hard destructor.
Thank you.
And the Kaid stopped them from doing that. I just...
Has that been burned into everybody's minds?
We done yet? Everyone understand? Well, they don't. So let's, just... I don't know. Wait till the second half, I guess. Let's see if it's going to be 3-3. It might be a 3-3.
Which is not good for the defense.
Yeah, that'd be good for Team 1.
Especially since, I mean, IQ's banned, Thatcher's banned. That really doesn't work well. Oh, Nitro, great play there. Almost killing the Habana. That's pretty huge.
So close.
Drunk still has his, so I wonder if that was one thrown from the Mozzie or from the Kaid. Nitro into the back will not connect.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunate there as the 2 attackers moved away in the study at just the right moment. There's a call coming out from the Dokebi, but Drunks will find Reduct. That's huge. Habana's dead. There's no way you're getting out of this.
There's no hard destructor now, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, that means that the study wall won't be opened up. And since this is a dedicated study take, at least that's what we've seen so far. Whoa, wait, what? Jackal is in sight. He's in bar now suddenly. He's got sight control. This could turn into a win for Team 1, all off of because INTZ didn't hold. They weren't holding defaults, guys. Team 1's in. They're planting. There's even smokes to cover should they need them. Dobiki phone call is preventing the retake right now. Gun Vault is a position held by the defense, but they can't deny the plant. And a team kill from Drunks. It's all falling apart. Drunks will get the refrag after his own team kill, but it might not matter in the post plant. This is just a mess, an absolute mess. The nade goes towards intact, but he remains intact. And he'll be able to play from that Gun Vault. And there you go, cleanup crew, Team 1, it's all on Drunks. It's not gonna happen, we're ending this half in a 3-3. This thus far has been a thoroughly confusing first half to this Villa match, and I just don't have much else to say. They didn't hold the door, just one doorway. The west hallway doorway. I thought I said I didn't have much else to say. I was wrong. I stand corrected. I'm confused. You guys just see Gassan right now. He's got his hands in the air. Got the fists on the forehead.
How did that happen?
They didn't hold.
It's literally the only spot.
The west hallway doorway. They just didn't hold one doorway.
How many people were playing offside?
Two that I could see. 3 maybe. Like max 3.
3 would have been too much.
Certainly 2, but possibly 3. But the big takeaway is no one was holding games. Not one body in games.
You'll hold on 90. I mean, usually there should be at least one person holding on. You expect the Legion, well, I said this before a few rounds ago, to hold on to the staircase. But there was nobody there.
Like, it's an option. Like, you have choices there, right? In how to deny that from happening. You could hold 90, like Ghassan just said. And then if that guy at 90 is aggressively holding the hallway, then no one can push in through the west hallway door. That's just, yep, so there you go. Or you could just play behind the bar in games. Like, many people understand. I think, if you play in ranked, and you guys know how ranked is. There's little to no teamwork, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But there's almost always one guy on your defense in Aviator games playing behind the game's bar because it's considered to be like one of the safest, most comfortable places to play. Even if they open up from below you, you've got a lot of places you can move to. Usually there's not enough soft destruction to get you to move away from that. So there should be a hold on games that just didn't have anybody there.
One thing I noticed is that the wall, so you see there's like double wall door and then double wall, right, to enter into the games room?
Yeah.
Well, the second bit of wall coming in from the hallway was impacted. So there's one reinforcement, then impact hole, and then door.
I thought it was Buck opened it up.
It was impacted.
Okay. Well, in that case, then it's even more confusing as to why nobody was holding
because the hole was a circle. So
like, if you're going to make that hole, then that means you obviously have to play it as well. I don't know.
Well,
maybe we just didn't see something. Maybe it was like just off screen, or maybe it slipped both of us by. But
it happens.
It does happen. But all I know about that round is that there's no holding games. Not really. Not anything substantial. So moving on. 3-3 in the first half, and now INTZ on attack. Team 1 on defense. It'll be a hold on trophy, I believe. It's hard to tell by the outlines.
Yeah, they are playing a trophy.
Yeah.
But they're playing with a mirror window with a wall that's not fully reinforced from bedroom into marble.
It's a little bit different.
Which is very confusing.
Yeah. You know what I see with, you know what I spy with my little eye?
Yeah.
2 hard destructors.
Ooh.
Crazy, I know.
And a Zofia, which is great because it stuns people. But there's no Qa'id in play. There's a mute.
That's the most that they have.
But, I mean, right now you're trying to corner them into the walk-in closet, but you lose the dock to the CZ because Intact is just on the side.
Intact is inside, yeah. He's made his way all the way in. Fall's going to take down Drunks. This is Intact looking for another kill, but he'll lose the fight to Lukid. So, okay, site control gained, but it didn't actually work in the end. But solo HP on Lukid, and it looks like we actually have a downed Castle as well, so... Wow, beautiful shot from Falls, and he cleans up 2. Absolutely insane, and he only needs to find a 3rd here to finish the round. But it's not going to happen yet. Boar gets 1 before he falls back. He's got 2 players on either downed or on 1 HP. Yeah, Rise is completely downed. Lukid on 1 HP. Falls is the main hurdle here. Castle gets back up, though. So he's still going to have to find 3 people. 18 seconds to make it happen. He pretty much has to come from one of the staircases. But they're all looking at Astronomy staircase. Oh, he misses out on an opportunity there to get a pick. Comes up behind Trophy. With the Tracers coming out, his position is given away. The C4 will be his demise. Lukid, a nice clutch there. So he managed to get the Dokkaebi that worked his way into sight. But hey, you know how that Dokkaebi got into sight? Nobody was holding defaults. This is a mess.
Ha! You know, let me try to break this down from my POV. So there was the mirror window in marble that was watching bedroom, right? It's a double reinforced wall with one hole that is completely open. The 3rd wall is completely open.
Yeah.
The walls, the triple wall as well, that's in bathroom, 2 are reinforced, 1 is left soft to rotate in the walk-in closet and out of it, right?
Right.
That's the setup. I get it. It makes a lot of sense. You can't just enter into bedroom and walk-in closet without just getting shot to bits. How did the Dokkaebi come in from behind? You said holding default angles. She came in
Vaulted the window.
Game room and from the window. So that the whole other section of the map is completely clear. Yet once you hit that brick wall, figuratively, as the attacking side here, INTZ, you should have realized, like, huh, I know bedroom is important, but maybe we should just at least send 2 people on the other side?
All I know is, yeah, that defense had a soft underbelly.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
It was,
and it did. I feel like if it were anyone other than Dokkaebi, like if anybody with like a 30-round magazine rifle, then it probably would have been like a double kill there for the Dokkaebi.
the Mira had like 5 HP.
Yeah, he was losing that fight because he was using a DMR, and he had to reload his CZ. So yeah, anyone other than Dokkaebi in that situation, I feel like that would have been an easy win, easy cleanup there for INTZ, because they would have been able to inject themselves straight into sight, and they did. But that Dokkaebi failed in the end. And because that happened, it was a retake by T1. Oh, they're going to be going to, what is this, kitchen defense? Yeah, it's kitchen. Okay, interesting. I think we're going to kitchen for their secondary bomb site. They don't seem to like Aviator, at least that's what they're telling us so far. Either that or they're just trying to trick INTZ on their operator selection. I'm sorry, man. Like, how do you not hold the trophy doorway? Like, put a barricade on the door. Put a barricade on the door.
Actually, at least you can hear the barricade being
well, yeah. When the barricade gets broken, then somebody else, like maybe an Astro player, is like, hey, they're coming from trophy connector. So, whatever. Falls inside of the storage room, meat locker or pantry, whatever you want to call it. Be roaming down by the kitchen, where they were defending, or they are defending right now. We've seen some teams on defense choose to hard hold pantry. Some just like let the attack have it. Some mixed opinions. It's a bit of a death sentence for an attacker if they go for that. Usually there's gonna be some defender with a shotgun. Be hard to push into it. Right now, INTZ are focused on clearing out the roamers, top floor and bottom floor both. Doing many things at once.
So intact, firing with the CZ-75 early on. You don't want to lose all your ammo in it. The LO pick is definitely going to be the standout for Team 1 when it comes to shred your opponents to bits. VNX will find Skadinia. That's a pretty good clear here. Half HP, you get deletion. And then Luke it, there you go. Shreds through Drunks. And another duds. You just have so much ammo in that Scorpion Evo. You just fall back. Stay safe. You're in the wine cellar, and this is where you're going to shine. This is almost as good as having a shotgun pretty much at close range. The Sledge, the Ash are done, and INTZ, again, only had a singular Heart Breacher in this. I would have loved to see a Buck in play instead of the Sledge, but you're running the Sledge plus the Zofia with breaching charges, so that's something that changes the dynamics in the calculations.
30 seconds left for these INTZ players to make this happen. VNX gets a belated refrag onto Reduct, but Nadella is still alive in the hallway. Luke looking to do more work. He's got all the kills for his team so far, but can he get any more is the question. He's being droned out and marked. Falls, though, in the sight's going to be the one to die, not Luke. Which means that there's still potential here for that ace. Rise gets the C4, so there goes that potential, and a nice cleanup here as VNX takes out Luke and will take this kitchen attack.
Oh.
4-4. Wow. That's embarrassing.
Jesus Christ.
My thoughts exactly
Look, man,
about this whole match.
It happens to the pros even. See, it's not just Uno that misses nitros.
Oh, come on. He's usually pretty good with nitros.
I know.
That one time.
I know, but we're kind of going with it. He even went.
It's just that one time.
He streamed yesterday as well, and he's like, learning how to throw nitro cells. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of
he'll get there.
Connecting with the whole joke. So,
well,
it works.
All I know is that round was weird.
It was very, very weird. The double kill with the Ella was great. The flank was held, but then you lost your front line. Losing the Valkyrie in that gunfight was just so odd.
Okay, so usually, all right. What happened in that round? Memorial take, right? Mm-hmm. Usually what happens is there's like a guy holding Memorial, right? And if that guy holding Memorial dies, there's another defender nearby by the island. The kitchen, like the big island in the middle of dining. And that guy can then refrag and retake the Memorial hold for his teammates, right? But you get the kill back, and then you still have control of Memorial, and then maybe even if the attackers try to force it, maybe you get another kill. But that's just not happening, man. When the defense loses something, they just give up on it. They're like, oh, we'll make do. I don't get that. And it's not working great in that last round, at least. It's kind of like, remember the games defense where the Jackal just walked into bar?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Even if they had someone there, one person there, the gun vault dude just chilled in the gun vault. He didn't do anything.
He got flashed.
Wait, he got flashed, he got naded, he got a lot of things, but there was no attempt at a retake.
Nope.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. There was no attempt at, like, hey, we got to control our own site. We're the defenders. That's how this works. And it's confusing. Well,
it happens.
It does. Moving on. It's like a, yeah, trophy defense, trophy games. Or not, no, why did I say that? Those are two different sites. Aviator games. Apologize.
One thing I have to wonder that Team 1 are collecting rounds now, but imagine if they actually played with double heart breach when they were on the attack.
Right? Might be a really one-sided affair.
Get out of here.
I know,
really, I'm not joking.
Usually your domain.
Yeah, there you.
But I'm taking some. I'm taking one. It was a low-hanging fruit.
Oh my god! I'm taking again.
Yep.
All right, Michael.
Low-hanging fruit. I had
you know what? Go for it.
I had to spring for it.
As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Here we are at close to the halfway point here in the round, as INTZ are still outside of the building. They're slowly making their way in. Trying to pre-fire here from the outside. There's Fall just sitting there and kind of mocking INTZ. Zofia is obviously great for this, and this window is very much underrated. You can play the side, you can hold it on, but the alibi already detects your position. Reduct finds duds, though, which isn't great. It's the soft breach roam that you were looking at, and Fall's going to get stunned for a bit, but there's nobody to follow up and try to do any damage or get a take on it. Board turning around downstairs. Skadinia gets one, but he gets traded by VNX. Zofia, and there's the second stun. None left. A bit of damage done to Falls. It doesn't matter. That clash just can take so much damage, specifically with explosives. Resistance is massive.
Yeah. So using that lifeline like that, where there was no teammate in a position to actually kill the clash when you hit it with the lifeline, was pretty... Why? Now there's somebody to support the clash who's holding on to this game's door. Or aviator door, pardon me. Falls is doing a lot of work here. And he's baiting people into peeking him, where Reduct could easily get a frag onto the Stokely. But he's worried about the West Hall, and rightfully so, as he gets eliminated from said West Hall. Hall switches to the SMG and gets a kill into attack and switches back. Lost a lot of HP, but look at the time. This Clash doing a great job, but he's finally downed and finished off. Just Lukid now in the 1-on-2, but he can deny this plan if he plays this correctly. He's going for the peek, and there it is, the diffuser plant, but it's too late, just a second off. And now VNX in a 1-versus-1, but we do have an advantage on the defense in terms of HP. VNX is going to have to land the headshot. Whether Lukid knows or not, he could kill this guy with an impact. Here it comes. Oh no! A huge misplay from Lukid as he attempts to impact, but loses to the pixel angle and the pre-fire.
Oh, it hit right. Ah. Oh.
It hit the door frame in front of him.
Yeah, it did just a tiny bit of damage to him, but the round was already over at that point. Ow!
Well, nice job to Team 1, to INTZ, I suppose. It was almost a clutch there. He could have just pre-fired the angle or gone somewhere else. He had enough time on that diffuser. Didn't have to challenge it like he did.
Nope. He could have maybe played around 90. Again, we say this with
hindsight.
A lot of hindsight.
Yeah, 2020. We know exactly what happened, so we know exactly what would have made that better.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's what hindsight means, by the way.
Yeah.
For people that don't know it.
It means looking back. So, you know what else would have made that maybe different?
What?
If Reduct hadn't tried to help his clash and instead just held the west hallway door. How many times have we seen that west hallway door going unwatched?
You know what happened? The Zofia, as she was creeping up the hallway in 90, got shot down to so little HP, but walked in and got kills anyways.
Yeah, I think it was the Legion was playing by 90. It was trying to hold that hallway, and then he miscommunicated that he had it. He was holding it. Reduct rotated to help the clash, and then in that transition, Zofia, yeah, like you said, creeped in, got away with it, got the kill. Now said, clutched it out. Sliver of HP, that's all it takes. Well, moving on. Where's the defense here? Looks like trophy. Okay.
And it's the same setup with the Mira window.
It's the only site that they've managed to win.
I really hope that INTZ understands the situation and assaults from the opposite end of the map.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It looks like we're going the distance on this match, to be honest. We're going to be going, I think, for full rounds. What do you think?
I think it'll tie.
Do you think it'll be tied?
Yeah.
All I'm predicting is that I think we're going to have every single round used. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh. Trophy's been good to Team 1. They'll probably put it at 5-5 here, which would result in us, yeah, getting every single round. From below, VNX trying to open up, looking for angles, looking for that Mira window. Will he find it is the question. Place there, just underneath that breach. Definitely doable. Or just above that breach, I should say. And there goes the Mira window. Okay. Wonder where the other one is. Not on the same wall. Looks like it's by... Didn't actually see. Definitely an aggressive hold on Master, though. Same kind of setup we saw last time. We're not getting aggressive on the Master doorway. We've got some hold in bathroom.
I mean, Master's the full focus of Team 1.
Yeah, and it's the full focus of INTZ right now as well. They do actually... No, look at that. They've got some people coming from behind yet again. This worked out for them pretty well. Didn't get the win for INTZ, but they managed to make it close because of these people coming from behind.
Oh, the wrong moment, Drunks! Pulls out the sledgehammer, and Rise takes him out. Nobody pressuring for Aviator Games Room, and here's the reverse repel. You take half damage here on Duds, and the second is pushing Rise into the stairs. Grenade will be thrown out into him, and Rise is somehow still alive. He's going to stick behind the Astronomy and just use up as much utility as possible from INTZ. Intact has no more frag grenades left. A single bullet at CZ-75 should be more than enough. You corner players into bathroom, which is how the setup is done, but Skadinia will put Rise back on half HP. I think the second shot is missed, but hey, bullets coming in from below. Reduct finds VNX. Getting close to yet another round for the defense. There's only one alive, that's Boar. It's coming in from below. Trying to pressure into Astronomy with the Bearing 9, but you're not going to win at range. There's so many rifles that are trade at him. There's still little time with all 5 players left. Looks like a flawless round, and indeed it is. Team 1 tied up.
Which means every single round will be used, as there are 2 needed to get a win. So hoo-hoo, I got it right. But will you? Will this be a draw, or are one of these teams going to finally break free from the other? That is the question. Aviator Games, the next site. This has thus far been very unfriendly to Team 1. So, change is needed. It's so weird to me that they're going to ban a Thatcher, and the whole equation that Thatcher plays into is just not even that relevant.
No.
I think that's hilarious.
You're not even using the it's not really, well, it's kind of an advantage because you know that all hard breachers are available, but
it's like they're treating that the wall won't be opened as a foregone conclusion. And they're not even bringing a, look, right now, they're not even bringing a Kaid or a Bandit.
And in the previous round, the defense, as they did before, didn't even reinforce the entire wall. And yet they didn't learn from their previous mistake and try to assault from another angle. Yeah, sure, they went downstairs to attack from Astronomy, but that plays into the same setup that the defense is running. You're not really outplaying them. You have to go from Aviator Game Room. Come on, man. It's like...
I gotta say that...
You're attacking Aviator Game Room, come from bedroom pressure. You're attacking bedroom, pressure from Aviator Game Room.
The Thatcher ban is not... Like, it doesn't win you the defense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, and you can't treat the walls like they aren't openable. But the reason that's working is because the attack doesn't even, most of these rounds, it doesn't even feel like the attack is trying to open the wall. Because they usually don't bring the right tools to do it. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, we're just sitting here scratching our heads trying to understand what the purpose of all of this is.
Well,
it's irrelevant at this point.
Yeah.
I guess it's a moot point because we've kind of
got all the
screamed
rounds.
it for a while. Yeah, we've got all the rounds.
We've got all the rounds being played. That's the important thing.
Well, you see the Alibi played at the top of the stairs, and I wonder why the Legion is not in play versus the Alibi for this site. I very much believe that he would be a better pick, given it. You have the Clash as well, which kind of synergizes well with the Legion. You kind of force people into getting stuck in goo mines so they can't really fire at you. They don't have good control when they have to follow you into the site. Something that had happened before to Team 1, but INTZ were able to kind of capitalize all over it because they just walked into site and got kills.
We'll see if they can make that happen again. I mean, it's happened a lot.
Yes.
For both teams. They just walked in and there's no one holding this particular doorway, so free kills. Huzzah. But, I don't know. Maybe that's going to change in these last 2 rounds. Reduct on the roam. I can't really make out, like, I actually don't know what's going on in, like, the broad picture of this round until the contact starts happening. Looks like there's...
Bedroom pressure.
Yeah.
Well, at least bedroom take. There's no pressure yet.
Yeah. Some clear the roamers if they're there. Because you can't see the outlines because it's hard to make out.
It's a bit...
Yeah.
There you go.
Boar gets the lead-off kill into Falls.
Which is why. Why did Falls not just stick to his shield?
He's playing Clash. Maybe he got hit by the lifeline, and there was actually somebody to shoot him this time. And as Reduct runs into VNX's Claymore, INTZ are suddenly in a strong lead for this round. Skadinian gets droned out and finished off, and wow, okay, round is over. As it's just Lukit. He's gonna have to clutch, an ace clutch, in order to win this. Phone call coming off. He can't, just barely finds attack, but he's done. That's it. INTZ, very clean round, thanks to T1 leaving them themselves very exposed.
I think INTZ won this round because Team 1 just kind of gave it to them.
Yeah, they did. Yep. But there was also the leadoff kill on the Clash was really good. We didn't see it, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate here, and I'm gonna say, well, not devil. I'm gonna be the advocate for the attackers there, INTZ, and say that there was a coordinated effort from the Zofia and whoever killed the Clash to kill the Clash using the lifeline. So, good job. That's some great piece of teamwork right there. Following that, just droning and picking off all of the roamers. Anchors got a little aggressive because they needed to even the man count out. None of it worked. All right, good job, INTZ. Now we're on match point. INTZ have secured at least 1 point. We'll see if they can get 3.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
if INTZ manage to get 3, that'll get them at 14 points, which will put them over top Liquid. And back in 3rd place. And closing in on the leaders.
Yeah, INTZ would love to have this victory. I think that's really what they're gunning for here. We have gone the distance.
Yeah, I would say it's what they're gunning for, except for the fact that I feel like they could have won a long time ago. Same thing with Team 1. Both these teams could have won a long time ago. Maybe change up the operator selection just a little bit. Or I'm not going to...
I'm so surprised.
Not going to say... I'm not even going to start on that again.
I'm so surprised that the half ended 3-3.
Yeah. Yeah, the first half.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, it's the minimum the defense is looking for. Like a good half time for both sides, at least theoretically, is a 4-2 for defense.
Defense is 4-2 is on Villa for defense. 4-2 is decent.
Is okay.
But it's like expected.
Yeah.
You end at 5-1, then you're looking good.
Yeah. But a 3-3 is like, whoa, man, what happened?
Yeah, 3-3 is salvageable. If the defense had been down 2-4, then
No way.
Yeah, then that's pretty much it.
That aside, we're talking theory at that point. And the practices, INTZ are ahead. Team 1 are bringing the L again, which did quite a bit of work previously, but it was not enough to win the round because INTZ ended up collecting it.
Yeah. I mean, the only really sure round we've seen, like the true definitive rounds, I think, we've only had like 2 or 3 of them, to be honest.
Yeah,
This has been a pretty back and forth one. Duds is in a good position here to effect change on these roamers.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
If he pinches with his teammates who are coming in from Master, this could be a really good take, but there's only Drunks on the Master side, so if Drunks dies, then this becomes just a swivel for Team 1. They'll just turn over and deal with the guys in the hallways. There could be phone calls giving away the positions of these roamers, but they're just going to fall back downstairs and there's no one to cut them off. That's crazy.
See, INTZ taking from Aviator Games Room, it's just, I want to see it, but like, why did it not happen when you were attacking Trophy before?
I mean, hey man, if they win this one, they win it all, so.
Yeah, you need it now, so it's a good time to kind of change up the play and learn from your mistakes. We'll see. Skadina is playing inside of Kitchen as VNX gets up close. We'll try to clear Astronomy. Utility is being cleared off here. Saw Mute Jammer being taken away.
Attackers
And
recovered.
INTZ have a clear line of sight. So, gotta watch out for Rise. And it's a pretty tight angle that he's trying to play there, and its position has been revealed. But INTZ have map control decisively. So they can, if they can run with that, could definitely turn their way. A flank play possibly from Reduct here. And Luke has actually gone off of the side of the Ella to hold on from the mudroom. So
Located.
a lot of flexibility from Team 1 still. It's not a done round. Thermite charge will go off and will explode, rendering the wall useless.
Bomb
Nice
located
job
by
there,
attackers.
opening up the wall, but there's only 30 seconds left to make this happen. That's not a lot of time to work with if you're INTZ. And a 5 versus 5, they still need to get that plant. Reduct gets the lead-off kill here. That's looking good for Team 1, and Skadina adds to the tally. Just INTZ, Drunks, and VNX. And as we see them start getting taken out one by one, it'll be a flawless round for T1. And you were right. A draw. You called it.
You know, I haven't made predictions this entire season for a very good reason. But, hey.
I think we could all kind of see where that one was barreling towards.
Yes, I don't think it needed a savant,
Yeah.
as you mentioned a few hours ago.
First, I want to apologize. I think I just did call intact INTZ. So, sorry. But a 6-6 draw